Okay.
So, in writing the book, I know this took a lot of time. What would you say is your most surprising or unexpected discovery in writing the book?
Hmm. Well, because I just read a section that was probably the hardest for me to finish, I'll talk about this piece. I'm really comfortable on camera. I'm really comfortable talking, I'm really comfortable teaching. I'm really comfortable in all these different ways of relating knowledge. But taking that knowledge and putting it down into words that can be read and understood was a new level for me. And this particular section, the reason why I read it to you is because it's the part that I worked the hardest on. I remember in the summer, I was on a writing retreat in Virginia, and I had gotten a bunch of edits back about this whole section I read, and it's a part, and I knew I needed to kind of scrap it and redo it. The first day that I tried to rewrite this, I felt like I was like scratching my fingers down the chalkboard when I would read back what I wrote. It wasn't coming onto paper what I wanted to express. And then the craziest thing happened. And I'll say that this is the thing I learned that surprised me the most, is that I was definitely guided and supported when I got stuck. I only just needed to ask for help. And of course, I teach this, I know this, but in writing, it felt like it was like a tactical thing I needed to get done. And when I felt stuck, I came back to center and just allowed myself to feel what I was feeling and ask for help with my spirit guides and the land spirits. And at the time in Virginia, I had already done a ritual for the land spirits and left an offering outside. So when I felt like I couldn't finish this chapter, there was two cardinals that came and they were kind of playing around the outdoor altar where I was writing this section. And I don't know if this happens to other people, but this doesn't happen to me very often. It happens sometimes. Those two cardinals started tapping on the window. And I mean tapping, both of them, like and ran like woodpeckering the window. And at first I was like surprised. I took out my phone. I have a video somewhere. And then, 10 minutes later, I'm like, well, I mean, I can't write with this like tapping on the window. And it kept on. And it was probably 2 hours. And what happened in that 2 hours is I went through being annoyed, not being productive, judging myself for not being productive, judging myself for being distracted by the cardinals, until I finally just sat in front of the window with the cardinals. And as soon as they flew away, I sat down and finished everything that I just wrote and just read for you right now.